I just like the sound of it.
100, 100, 100.
Read, remember, repeat. Y'all know what come first in this show. We definitely showing love. If y'all know my body, y'all know we showing some love on this show. Shout outs to Doc Spills and Iron Mastery Academy. Like I told you, they making trading simple. Learning how to invest by just simply matching your colors. You match your colors and you win trades, man. I'm telling you guys, this is simple. And I think this is what we all should be getting into as far as managing our own money and managing our own finances.
For slick talker, big ocean, big waters. Usually we don't swim often.
Golf course.
Talking about pennies and diamonds. Wristwatch, go TikTok.
Surround your mind with greatness. Some of it will rub off. This is my office. This is where I start my day. And every day I read something. Form a habit of reading every day. It's about profit.
Oh, and I love what you're doing as far as the read, remember, repeat, because that's imperative, man. A lot of times, including myself, when I first started getting back into reading.
And always, family, remember this. Read, remember, and repeat.
Oh,
All
man,
you have to do
is that, man. Big Mitch, man, thank you.
What a phenomenal day, everybody. Woke up feeling extra grateful today. I think I was crying in my sleep last night, you know what I mean? So made me put a lot of things in perspective, like, wow, yo, I'm blessed, you know what I mean? Blessed beyond measures to still have things that, you know, keep me happy, give me joy, people that give me happy and give me joy. You know what I mean? We tend to dwell on, you know, the bad things, but it's a lot of good things, man, that's going on, and we got to keep them going and water those things so they could grow. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all tap into our Sundays. You know what I mean? Keep calm and trust God. That's on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I think I'm about to start a TikTok, man, because you know, just to spread some more awareness of these books, man, because read, remember, repeat is not for me. This is a show for us to learn and learn together, get the knowledge. Getting ready to jump into the book. Y'all know what's going on. Napoleon Hill's the 17 original lessons, philosophy of success, right? So we all need a philosophy to, you know, succeed, or some type of new ideas. And I get my ideas from these books, man, because, you know, I don't know everything, but I do listen to myself, you know what I mean? Listen to yourself always, but you know, forever remain a student. We're gonna jump right into this joint, you know what I mean? Got my bookmark, you know what I mean? This is a check. You know, a bookmark could be anything, but let's jump right in. Let's talk it. So it makes but little difference where a man, okay. The list could be extended to include practically every leader this nation has ever produced, each and every one of whom began his career under circumstances far less favorable than those enjoyed by the majority of the workers in industry today, and at far lower wages. So it makes but little difference where a man begins. The important thing is where he is going. Which does he watch the closest? The clock or the signs of an opportunity to make himself indispensable by the quality and the quantity of the service he renders? Every ambitious man should ask himself these questions, and he should be in a position to answer them. The man who is blessed with creative vision knows where he is going. He knows what he desires of life. The man with creative vision knows that he can succeed only by helping others to succeed. The man with creative vision produces results instead of alibis. If he makes mistakes, as all men do, he is not afraid to accept the responsibility for them, and never tries to shift that responsibility to another man. He makes decisions quickly, but changes them just as readily when he discovers that he has made the wrong decision. He has no fear of others, either those of higher rank or lower rank than himself, for he is at peace with his own conscience, fair with his fellow man, and honest with himself. Creative vision is not a miraculous quality with which one is gifted or not gifted at birth. It may be developed. If it were not so, this chapter would be useless. Personal achievement, power, fame, and riches, each has a definite price. And the man with creative vision not only knows the price, but is willing to pay it. Moreover, the man with creative vision understands the benefits of sharing his blessings, experience, and opportunities with others. For he recognizes that only by this method can he attain and enjoy enduring prosperity, happiness, and the respect of others. The products of imagination and creative vision are vastly different. The history of nations from the days of the fall of the Roman Empire to the present clearly indicates that nations begin their decline when creative vision ceases to be the dominating force in their leaders. We still have many men with creative vision in the United States, but most of them are engaged in business and industrial pursuits. They have given us the greatest system of free enterprise the world has ever known, but we need great statesmen as well if our form of government and our system of free enterprise are to survive. It is true, as the great philosopher has stated, that man shall not live by bread alone. America needs creative vision in every field of endeavor, and the man or woman who masters this philosophy and learns to apply it will be sure to supply a generous portion of the vision, for which equally generous rewards await them. Men of vision have provided us with the means by which we may press a button at sundown and lo, the sun shines again. They have given us machines that record and reproduce the sound of the human voice by the mere pressing of another button. They have harnessed the boundless ether and made it serve as a means of quick communication between the peoples of all the world. By the same device, they have provided every home in our land, from the humblest to the greatest, with the news of the world as fast as it occurs, as well as the finest musical programs, all without cost. They have ushered in the great steel age, the automobile age, the electric age, the skyscraper age, the airplane age, and the far-flung industrial age, which have made our country the richest and most envied in the world. They have given us the finest system of public schools that civilization has ever known, and a system of public libraries through which we may avail ourselves without cost of all the accumulated knowledge of mankind. And men of vision laid the foundation for all these blessings by placing their names to the most famous document that was ever produced by a man, the Declaration of Independence. Although they well knew that they were signing a document that might well become either their death warrant or a license for liberty for all the people of the United States. Men of vision inserted a piece of glass in a metal tube, turned it toward the heavens, and revealed the presence of worlds that the human eye had never seen before. Family, this is Source Time, and y'all already know what goes on, so we'll be right back.
I remember my grandmother when I was just a little boy, because she pretty well raised me, she and my mother. But my mother worked all day, and Grandma was the one that was home when we were small. She would probably have been around 60 at that time. And you know, every day of my life that Grandma spent with us, I think I heard her say, "I'll soon be gone, dear, I'll soon be gone." Well, you know, it got to a point we thought Grandma was never going to go. Now, we didn't want her to, of course. She was a dear soul. She really was. But Grandma kept saying, "I'll soon be gone." She was 94 when she left. 94. And from the time she was 60 until she was 94, she was saying, "I'll soon be gone." Now, around the same time, I had a young friend of mine, Bob Yates. Bob and I went everywhere. We did everything together. We were, as the saying goes, as thick as thieves. And Bob was 2 or 3 months older than I was, I guess. He got his driver's license 2 or 3 months ahead of me. And I remember Bob had this sort of a panel truck. But it was on July the 9th, 1951, Bob was coming in the Kingston Road Highway, and And there's one area that some of you would be familiar with where you can either go along onto Danforth or cut down onto Kingston Road. And Bob was cutting on down to Kingston Road, and it was necessary to go under a concrete overpass. And as Bob come down there, wham, just like that, he hit that concrete overpass, and like that, Bob ran out of sand. 16. Now that was a terrible impact in my life. I'll never forget it. But if you had asked Bob a half hour before that how much sand he had in the top of his glass, he probably would have said half a century for low. He didn't have a half an hour. Now, I choose to believe that we all hope that we're going to go to bed tonight. And we're going to get up tomorrow morning, we're going to go to bed tomorrow night. But none of us know with absolute certainty whether that's going to happen or not. There's absolutely no way that any of us can tell how much sand there is in the top of our glass.
I don't know how long I'm going to be here, but I'm going to try and change as many lives as I can while I'm here. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, y'all. Right back to it. You already know. Let's jump into it. Let's go. Power is essential for enduring success. Not the type of power that is based upon force and coercion and fear, but the type that is produced by creative vision. This truth applies to both individuals and groups. Creative vision may be an inborn quality of the mind, or it may be an acquired quality, for it may be developed by the free and fearless use of the faculty of imagination. There are two types of imagination. The first is synthetic imagination, which combines recognized ideas, concepts, plans, or facts, and arranges them in a new order to put them to a new use. Genuinely, new ideas are rarely revealed, and they are never revealed except to those with creative vision. Nearly every fact or idea known to or used by modern civilization is but a combination of something old that has been rearranged in a new combination. The other type of imagination is creative imagination, which has its base in the subconscious section of the mind and serves as the medium by which new facts or ideas are revealed through the sixth sense. Psychologists know that any idea, plan, or purpose that is brought into the conscious mind repeatedly and supported by emotion is automatically picked up by the subconscious section of the mind and carried out to its logical conclusion by means of whatever practical media are at hand. Creative vision is closely related to faith, and those who have demonstrated the greatest amount of creative vision have been individuals with a great capacity for faith. This is understandable when we recognize that faith is the means of approach to infinite intelligence, the source of all knowledge and all facts, both great and small. Creative vision, expressed by men and women who have been unafraid of criticism, has been responsible for civilization as we know it. It has been responsible for the revelation of scientific inventions because it inspires men to pioneer and experiment with new ideas in every field of endeavor. It is forever to look out for better ways of doing human labor and supplying human needs. Creative vision belongs only to men and women who follow the habit of going the extra mile for it. For it recognizes no such thing as regular working hours. It is not concerned with monetary compensation, and its highest aim is to do the impossible. When a man's imagination goes to work, his hands follow suit, for imagination inspires one with the enthusiasm that makes all work a labor of love. You may need creative vision as a guiding force in your life. If so, you might begin developing it by getting on better terms with your own conscience, inspiring yourself with great self-reliance, providing yourself with a definite major purpose in life, keeping your mind so busy with your major purpose that you have no time left for fear and doubt, and finding out who you are, what you want from life, and what you have to give in return. Lastly, you might adopt the habit of the silent hour, when you are still and listen for the voice that speaks from within. Thus, discovering the greatest of all powers, creative vision, the one power that can shift one from the failure side of the river of life over to the success side. During your silent hour, you will be alone with yourself and your God. This is 1 hour you cannot share with any other. You must go into the silence alone of your own free will and accord. After you get there, you must speak for yourself. No one can speak for you, and nothing will happen save what you have inspired by your own initiative. Nothing of great importance may happen to you outside of your silent hour, except what you inspire by your own personal initiative, and creative vision inspires the development of personal initiative. Labor without imagination has a fixed market price for each class of work. When mixed with imagination, the price of labor may be without a limit. Picture yourself as an indomitable power filled with positive thinking, a positive mental attitude, and faith that you are achieving your goals. You are relaxed and confident. 3 times a day, get alone, get quiet, completely relax, and then think and repeat. Ideas are now coming to me that will help me achieve my goal. I thankfully and gratefully accept them. Ideas are coming to me that will help me achieve my goal. I thankfully and gratefully accept them. Ideas are now coming to me that will help me achieve my goal. I thankfully and gratefully accept them. Ideas are now coming to me that will help me achieve my goal. I thankfully and gratefully accept them. Ideas are now coming to me that will help me achieve my goal. I thankfully and gratefully accept them. Ideas are now coming to me that will help me achieve my goal. I thankfully and gratefully accept them. Ideas are now coming to me that will help me achieve my goal. I thankfully and gratefully accept them. Ideas are now coming to me that will help me achieve my goal. I thankfully and gratefully accept them. 2 more. Ideas are now coming to me that will help me achieve my goal. I thankfully and gratefully accept them. Ideas are now coming to me that will help me achieve my goal. I thankfully and gratefully accept them. Family, that is our time. We are on chapter 11, learning from adversity and defeat. That sounds saucy, right? So it's 17 lessons. We are on chapter 11. We got a few more pages to go, and I'm ready to knock this out with y'all. You know what I mean? Let's go
But
spread
it
the
ain't different
word.
timing.
Like,
I put that boy on
subscribe.
payroll. He
Remember.
conversate with the clients. This ain't no baby boy shit. This only here for the Titans. Big buyers, only big buying. Big fish scale, no shrimp flying. Denzel movie, bullets flying, but they miss by him. Dropping fluids, don't slip by him. Yeah, I had to get like 100 wins. I use my heart. It's presidential, the outcome evidential. We strive for higher mental. This time, no accidental. We shine because we special. No Kim, Kylie, or Kendall. The others, I ain't forget you. Some stories just isn't mental. I'm loving this instrumental, ayy. I write my life down with a pencil, ayy. Never paid attention, but I should've. Never finished blocks, cause shorty just got shot outside of the sandbox. It ain't inspiring. Product of the environment, tired of seeing these niggas dying, mothers and fathers crying. We all hear the iron, did you hear it too? Or maybe this one, it ain't meant for you. I think about now and when I'm finished too. I think about mind, body, and spiritual. Like leaving something gone, you still feel it too. And writing these bars, know what I finna do. Put it on the wall and laugh about how we did it too. I'm praying all the good for you. But dog, I don't really know what's good for you. But listen to the end of you and don't believe in difficult. Focus on the visual, I swear we going digital. Bitcoin rising, this shit is visible. If you listen to those raps, this shit is minimal. Unless you out here trying to be a criminal. Most of the shit is taken from us, it ain't additional. No broken bones, but this medicinal loud. I get the feeling that you wishing you could go get it now. Everybody that's around start to look like a crowd. You gotta look inside yourself and start from the ground. Analyze who is there and analyze who is not. I ain't talking about family, I ain't talking about the block. I'm talking about you and everything that you got. The conductor of the train, the only one to make it stop. And the pilot on the plane, the only one to make it hop. That's when I found out it was cream in the crops. I'm on my way to the top, and now I'm getting a lot. Push foreigns off of the lot, dividing them into lots. I look like I hit a lot. We turning up on the yacht, we shining a billion watts. We tying a trillion knots. They trying to boycott, they want with the boycott. Damn. Ha.